I have an automatic thing that'll adjust my AGC threshold. And we'll see if that works halfway decent this evening. All right, W8, good hearing from you again. Up next is WV8VOW, and then stand by Harold in Waterford. WV8VOW in the group, K9ES. Yep. Rusty, are you feeding your face?
Hey, Triple Nickel, your turn.
Okay.
Hello, Rusty. I'm thinking Rusty took a powder.
I'm thinking too. Who is that? Is that Tony? Oh, maybe not. All right, up next we got Harold. K8AVT, and then standby door. K8AVT in the group, K9ES.
This is Harold, K8AVT in Waterford. Well, it's been a rather interesting day. It did warm up. It didn't make it real hot, but it was warm enough outside that I didn't get much done out there. Did go around. I needed to make a trip over to Sam's Club, so I did that, and then I stopped and got gas. I probably should have done Sam's Club, but the lineup is fabulous. So I went to pay a little more to be able to pull right up to the pump to get it and get out of there. Other than that, it's been a rather quiet day here. Even the cat's sleeping right now on the other chair. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Ed. KA9EES. This is KE8AVT. I'll be listening.
Hi, Harold. Oh, Sam's Club, I'll tell you. Sue went there the other day, and she brought back these chicken cheeseburgers. I'm telling you, those things were pretty good. She fried those up in the pan yesterday, and we had them with tater tots for supper last night. That was some good eating. I'm a fan of Sam's and a fan of Sam. Anyway, thanks for being there, Harold. Hearing from you. Up next is the Motor City Mama, the Grand Poobah. Doris, K8DXJ in the group, K9EES, and then we're going to look around for some more check-in.
Motor City Mama, recheck.
This is Kilo 8 Delta X-Ray Juliet, and I didn't do that much today. Just I finished up a couple orders. Now I'm all caught up from vacation. Wasn't too overwhelming, and but I worked quite a bit yesterday. So anyway, I think tomorrow's going to be a laundry day. So just hanging out here, just relaxing, I guess. So with that, I'll turn it back to you. This is K8DXJ.
All right, Doris, very good. I don't know that would be a fun day for me, but you seem to enjoy all that stuff. Thanks for being there. Let's see. It's early enough. We can let's take a look around and see if anybody else would like to check into the Wolverine single sideband head. Give K9EES a call.
WV8VOW rechecking.
Okay, Rusty, I got your recheck. Who else? Oh, AC9XN. Hi, George. You got you, number 27.
Comment.
Hey, thank you. What's the comment?
Yeah, I just wanted to let Rusty know that you might want to check your station. Well, you got a little RF before you made a transmission there. N8SOB.
Okay, anybody else? All right. Rusty, do you have your RF?
Well, I think I do.
Yeah, maybe. Go ahead and make it. We'll let you know.
Go ahead, Rusty.
All right. Well, hey, sorry I missed my turn, guys. KA9EES WB8VOW, the wonderful Wolverines. And During pre-net, we were talking about Ron, and I got a response from Ron. He had just arrived back home from physical therapy, and you know, it's tough because you know physical therapy is physical abuse to some degree. But any rate, he's getting stronger every day. Stephanie said hello as well, and he misses us. And boy, he was really thankful that we reached out to see how he's doing. So hopefully he'll be back soon. I might have a little RF in my automatic. You know that antenna tuner that Ed sold me, that automatic might not have kicked in, but we'll see. At any rate, good day here. I made some fish dinner with homemade French fries and sweet corn for Diane, and just finished that off. And sorry, it was worth missing my turn for it, though. Back to you, Ed. 73s to everybody. Looking forward to all the great comments. WB8VOW.
Okay, Rusty, I couldn't tell if you had RF or not. I've got some static crashes now. It was hard to understand you at times. Thanks for being there, and thanks for doing the recheck. Up next, we got Tom Irv in Yale, Michigan, AERV, and then Standby Bradley down Hobart, Indiana, AERV, and the group KA9EAS.
KA9ES and the group at AERV. Well, you came up there a little bit, Ed. I was could just hear you use my call, so I kind of hoped that I didn't stomp on anybody, but it's been kind of a busy day up here. My friend came up with his electric chainsaw. We've been working to try to gather my backyard from a 45-foot ash tree that came down. Didn't hit anything, but it sure messed up the backyard. And it kind of goofed with the loop a little bit, but the loop's still up there and working, so. But I could barely hear you, Ed, up here in Yale, where the current temperature is 43.6 degrees. And I hope everybody has a good evening. And thank Doris for the award thing she sent out, which was cool. I like that. I keep that. I have a great big old cardboard box I put them in, along with my QSL cards from FT8. With that, we'll turn it back over to Ed. I hope the band gets a little bit better for you, buddy, because it's a little rough hearing you from Yale tonight. NATERV.
I'll tell you, Tom, I could actually understand you that time, and earlier you were just kind of a little tiny voice out there that I couldn't understand in the noise, and the band has picked up a little bit, not as much as I'd like, but I could certainly tell what you were saying. Thanks for being there, buddy. Always good talking to you. Up next, KC9KRX, and then standby WB8WIV, that's Tom of Cadillac. KC9KRX and the group, KA9EAS. Hey, he'll do a recheck. Tom, are you out there? WB8WIV, KA9EAS in the group.
Okay, Roger, very good. WB8WIV. Good evening to everybody on the net. We've got about 43 degrees here, maybe 42, 43. So it's kind of a cold day. Rain. We got some rain, not a lot, but we got some, and so it's kind of a damp day. Had to go walking at the Y this afternoon because of the rain. Went to Centennial Well luncheon at Lakeside Charlie's, big restaurant. They picked up the tab. I didn't have to pay for anything. They even paid for the tip. And if you got anything but booze, they paid for it, you know. So it cost me nothing. It was a really good lunch. And of course they had a meeting, pretty much. It's for stockholders. They went through all the predictions for the rest of 2023 and reviewed last year and all of that, you know, where stocks, bonds, all that stuff were. So it was kind of interesting. Most of it was kind of dry, but some of it had to do with myself personally, you know. So I really listened close. But anyway, we had a good time. Played some radio today, but not much. A little bit in the morning. I was on FT8 and also 2-meter FM. I talk to a group every morning about 10 after 6, I guess. And since I did not work today, I had the day off, I was in there till, about 10 after 7, I guess. And then I had a scat on the 9/8 with a friend of mine down in Alto who can actually get into the repeater most days. So anyway, we had a good day. I was on 3906 this morning, and also the 7/8 morning net. That's a repeater, 146.78. So I played a lot of radio and worked around the house here and stuff like that. So there you have it. We'll catch you guys tomorrow if everything works right. I will be working tomorrow, so won't be on in the morning at all. 7-3, everybody, and thanks, Ed, for taking the net tonight. Got a good net going here. KAES and the wonderful Wolverines. WB8, WYV. I'll be clear. Good evening.
All right, Tom. WB, WYV, K9ES in the group. Good hearing from you again, and sounds like you had quite the radio day. Oh, and the little 2-pound monster's awake. My wife doesn't look really happy. Anytime that dog's awake, it's one to bite something. Anyway, Tom, glad you had fun on the radio today and had the day off. Very good. Anyway, up next we got, let's see here, who we got? VE3KUZ, that's our member to the north in Windsor, Ontario, and then Standby Maury. VE3KUZ in the group, KA9ES.
Well, thanks, Ed. I don't know if you can copy me at all, because the band is not very open between us, so, and I think you said you had a pretty high noise level there. Anyway, it was a great day. Not overly warm, but it was up in I think it hit 60 anyway today, so it's trending in the right direction. Yeah, we had a good day. We were still over on the project helping one of my son's friends out. We were doing painting today on his rooms that were damaged by water, and yeah, everything's looking good, pretty well back to normal. Tomorrow we should have the last coat of paint on and should move the furniture back in, and yeah, we should be all settled again. So yeah, it's good to get that sort of thing out of the way, and then I can get working on my amplifiers again. I haven't really touched them for a while, so unfortunately the one blew up the other night. The filament transformer blew in the one amplifier, and the other one I was just in the process of doing modifications to it, and so it's not in a working state either. Anyway, was just in the middle of having dinner here, so I'm going to cut it short, and I'll put it back to you. Thanks for doing the net tonight, Ed, and hello to all the Wolverines out there. KA9EES from VE3KUZ.
VE3KUZ in the group, KA9EES. Well, you're not kidding, Bob. The band is not open between us. I heard when you started, and I heard when you ended, and really didn't get much in between, but thanks for being there, and thanks for all you do for the net. All right, up next we got Maury in Monroe, Michigan, WB8 PFC, and then Standby Taz, WB8 PFC in the group, KA9ES.
Okay, good evening to everybody on the net. I don't know how many's hearing me from Monroe, but like I said there, the band's in not good shape. But it's better than it was when I checked in at the beginning. It's getting a little bit better. Well, I'm just running 100 watts, and that could be part of the problem if nobody's hearing me. My amplifier, when I turn the switch on at the amplifier, it is really sparking, throwing some sparks in there, and it shouldn't be doing that. So I'm going to unplug it, turn the switch on, and plug it back in the wall and see what happens. Hopefully there won't be any sparks. But I have yet to test that out. So anyway, everybody have a good one. WB8PSC.
All right, Maury. Well, let's hope for no sparks. But your signals come up, but so have the static crashing. I didn't get a lot of that, but I'm sure glad you were there. All right, up next, we got KHGAS, and then standby Dallas. KHGAS in the group, KA9EES.
KA9EES, Ed. This is Kilo 8 Tango Alpha Sierra Taz in Romulus, Michigan, where we started off at 35 degrees. We did warm up to 58, but the air was still kind of cool, and it was nice and sunny today, so can't complain about that. Ed, thanks for doing it. Thanks for being there. Appreciate you. And remember, always send me the log when I'm not there. Anyhow, you know I'll pick up the file. Anyhow, just worked FT8 today. Didn't pick up any new countries. We did try Sri Lanka, and we did try one of the South Pacific stations today, but no such luck, but we tried. Anyhow, that's pretty much our day. KA9EES, KTAS, enjoying everybody's comments. 7-3.
Hey, I sent you the log file. Did you get it?
I got it.
Again?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I forgot. All right, thanks, Taz. Up next, we got KADLF, and then we got Huron in Columbia City. KADLF in the group, KA9EES. How are things in Bowling Green, Dallas? Dallas, are you there? KADLF in the group, KA9EES. All right, then, let's move on to W9WN. John in Columbia City, who just brought the puppy in, and the puppy is not staying in the box she wanted her in. But anyway, off she goes. She's anyway, W9WN in the group, KA9EES.
KA9EES, and the Wolverine single sideband net. Here is W9WN. Well, good evening, Ed, and good evening everyone on the net, and thanks for doing the net this evening. And hopefully you're hearing me okay. I'm a little handicapped here. I got one of the phased high-gain high towers down. Had it down here for about a week for some repair work, mainly to the base of it. And worked on that a little bit this afternoon. While and I, we usually go to Auburn, Indiana, and have what they call the brunch up there with the DeKalb County, Indiana folks up there. And we don't make it every week, but we did today and had a good time. Got back here and I left the daily weather station down. It wasn't registering rainfall, and usually when that happens, you got a spider in there that spun a web around some of the mechanism that registers rainfall. And, those spiders, they're not afraid of height. It's not up real high. I think it's up about 20 feet, but I got it on a hinge here where I can let it down. So, dumped the spider out, cleaned the web out, and hopefully he'll find some other place to go rather than in there. So, that's kind of been the extent of the day. And, Ed, if you're hearing me okay, I wonder what kind of antennas you're using with that Yaesu elevation azimuth rotor. I assume you've got them on there for 2 bands, like 2 and 432. I just wonder what specifically what you're using on there. I still got that project kind of way on the back burner. I'd like to find a used Yaesu 5500. I don't really want to spend the full boat. I might have to, but I've seen those. I've seen those on QTH and other places, but I've missed them. So, that's the way it always is when you're not necessarily looking for something. They're all over the place, and when you want one, they're very scarce. So, anyway, thanks again for doing the net. Hope everybody has a good rest of the evening. We'll say 7-3. KA9EES and the Wolverine single sideband net W9WN. Good evening.
Okay, John. I'm not running a Yaesu. In fact, I don't think I got a Yaesu handheld. I'm running a Kenwood TS480HX. Right now, the only antenna I've got on the truck besides my dual band antenna is I have a Hustler whip. I use it. It doesn't work real well on this band, but 40 and on up, it works really well, especially on 17. I'll probably use the resonator for 17 more than anything else. So I get, I'm running about 200 watts. And it works pretty well. But unlike you, I'd like to pick up either another Predator antenna or a Tar Heel antenna, their big high power one, that big long one. Anyway, that's not in the budget right now, but a friend of mine's got one. I just haven't talked him out of it yet. Thanks for being there, sir. I hear you a lot better than I could at the beginning of the net. Let's see. It's time to do a check around and see if anybody else would like to check into this net. Give KA9EES a call.
I meant the antennas you were using for satellite work, Ed. W9WN.
Well, I got you on for the satellite net. I got M2M squared antennas, and first I'm turning that with the Yaesu 5500, like you said. My brain went somewhere else. I got this 14 element 2 meter, strictly polarized, and a 30 element UHF 432 antenna. Over.
You say they're vertically polarized?
Circularly polarized. They're cross-polarized. They're both driven.
Oh, okay. QSL, thanks.
You're welcome. I got you, Ray. Anybody else? Anybody else wish to check into the Wolverine net?
Charlie 9, X-ray November. Alpha Charlie 9, X-ray November. Alpha Charlie 9, X-ray November.
Okay, somebody's playing around. George, I've got you. You're number 27, and Ray is number 28. Anybody else? Go ahead, Relay. Okay, he's number 29. Does he want to stick around? Oh, okay. I heard your bedtime, Donnie. Got you in and out. Thanks for being there. Anybody else wanting to check in? All right, I'll go with those two. And get those up next. Let's see, where am I? All right, up next we got Don. in our South Michigan, 88II, and Canada, K8NED. AD8II and the group, K9EES.
K9EES, 88II. Thanks, Ed. Thanks for picking me up. Thanks for running the group. And hello out there to all the Wolverines that are battling all these crashes and everything. I'll make it short. Don't know who's all hearing me. But anyway, had to go to Chicago today, O'Hare. Had to take the wife, drop her off. Gone on her Italy trip. Should be leaving in about an hour or so. 3 hours there, 3 hours back. And man, there's not a road that doesn't have construction on it. A friend of mine lives north of the city there, Niles, said don't take the Kennedy. They got all kinds of stuff going on, so I took 294. Man, is that a mess. So came back down to Kennedy, and luckily been around Chicago 7 8 years, lived there. Ended up taking some surface streets over to the outer drive, and anyway, we got home the same amount of time we got there, so it's a good day. Radio's tough today, so I'm going to cut it short and let you get down the list. Maybe band conditions will improve a little bit. So with that, back to net control. Hope everyone has a good one. 88II. Back to you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Don, one of the few stations that I can hear really well. And I'm going to back off of some of my settings. I guess I'm getting a little harsh. So let me make some changes. Anyway, thanks for being there. Heard you really well. Yeah, there's a lot of static crashes. All right, let's see if that works a little better. Let's see, where was I? All right, up next we got K8NED and Stand By Jody. K8NED the group, K9EES.
KA9EES, this is KE8NED. Well, good evening, Ed. Thanks for sitting in the big chair tonight. I switched over to the vertical. I hope you can hear me better with this one. I don't seem to be able to reach it with the horizontal sky loop, although I get much better receive, and it's much quieter. But I figured it was better to try and reach it tonight. So I'll pass it back to you. Love to hear a signal report if you got me. This is KE8NED.
You're just about an S8, S9. And not real loud, but not bad. I can actually understand you now. I couldn't pull you out of the mud earlier. I had to have a relay. So anyway, thanks for being there, Art. Good hearing from you. And thanks for what you do for the net. Up next is Jody, KV8MCI, Stand By Shot. KV8MCI in the group, K9EES. Right then. Well, let's move on to Sean. NASOB in the group, K9EES.
All right there, Ed. NASOB here from KA9EES. Well, good evening there, Ed. Yeah, it's just like almost like a hollow sound. Almost sounded like it got a little worse if you got closer there or speak a little louder, but that's better for sure. And yeah, I just wanted to point it out. Tried to get in between keys there so you'd grab it before you had the key back up. But anyway, good evening, everybody. Happy hump day. 39.2 degrees here in Fort Gratiot this evening. Other than that, a decent day at work, I suppose. Nothing too extraordinary. But this morning I did actually get a chance to flip on 30-meter FT8 this morning and made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I look at these 12 contacts, and it just shows how open the band was, from Finland to the Dominican Republic to Japan, Norway, Australia, Sweden, Hawaii, Portugal, Russia, and another Japan. And then I got a new one today, Kiribati, Kiribati. The call is T30UN, T30UN. I think it's my first contact to them. So that was all this morning, between 4:30. It was in between 5 and 5:30, I guess, on 30 meters FT8. So, man, that is a pretty open band. I mean, from Japan to Finland. I mean, Russia, I was getting everything but China. I mean, when you got Australia in there as well, I mean, it was a really open. So if anybody gets up early, between, I would say 3, 5, even 6 o'clock, and got FT8 and multi-band antenna on, try it out. I mean, I was just 100 watts. I didn't even have the amp on this morning. I was very surprised. So I might get up a little bit earlier and check it out tomorrow morning as well, just to see what was out there. That was something cool to do as I was had the news on above me, and I was eating my breakfast, and it was a cool way to start the morning. So other than that, that's about all I got, and I'll be listening out for a little bit and try not to take a nap. Man, last night I just laid down for a minute with the cat. Next thing I know, it was 11:30, almost 12 o'clock. Everything was still on, and oh man, what a wake up that was. So other than that, doing a good job as always there, Ed, and glad we could help out when needed. KA9EES. Have a great night from N8SOB.
All right, John. Good hearing from you now. Thanks a bunch for the help. Wow. Not bad. Here's the thing. You don't have to pronounce it. You just got to work it and get it confirmed. Roger?
Yeah, okay. That works for me, and it's the first time I've worked this, so I'll take it.
All right. Very good. Up next, we got George in Clarkston, Michigan. And stand by Sam in Manchester. WD8INW in the group. KA9EES. Can you hear me now, George?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I could hear you all along. KA9EES. WD8INW. And thank you again, Doris, for letting me know where I was coming up at, because that really helps a lot. I was upstairs, and it gave me a chance to get down here, so works out good. Anyhow, get out in the yard today. Kathy felt good enough to help me with picking up some piles. And Harold, we use the Youper scooper. If you use the rake and fill that thing up, and that way I can pick it all up in a big load and dump it in a can. So that works out good. And hopefully the garbage man will pick it up tomorrow. He didn't last week, so he took the garbage, but he didn't take the yard limbs and such. So we're going to stick them back out there. We called them, and they said they didn't know why he didn't pick them up. So hopefully he'll pick them up this week. And they go out tonight for being out there in the morning. And it's not supposed to be real windy as far as I know, so that's a good thing. Anyway, 52 degrees and partly sunny, and so feel good that we got that stuff done. We'll say 7-3 to everybody. Thanks a lot for doing it there, Ed, and we'll give it back. KA9EES. And who's coming up after me? WD8INW. Sam.
Okay, George, well, we don't put our yard waste out, we just burn it. You know why EPA says no, but we say yes. And so if they want to find me. Actually, we can burn between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. in this little town. You can't burn trash or anything like that, but you can burn limbs and that sort of thing. And that's what we do. All right, up next we got Sam. KXUI, and then we'll take a look around and see what's going on. We'll take a look around, see if anybody else would like to check in. My brain is wandering off. Help me, Sam, and that's you behind the group, KA9EES.
KA9EES. Well, hello, Ed, and hello, everyone. Here on the Wolverine single sideband net. Hope everybody's doing great here on Wednesday night, hump day. A good day here in Manchester. Hope the signal's coming out okay. In my monitor, I'm getting some funny noise, but all good. No complaining. Sorry about that. I did some physical rehab today with my physical therapist. Hung out with the XYL. She had a day off. And we're getting ready for the delivery of some decking materials tomorrow here at the house. Big money, honey, but that'll be okay. We'll get that squared away. So no complaining. It was nice talking to WB0RMN on the phone, which is why I was not around for the pre-net. Got a hold of Larry. And just wishing everyone a great Wednesday evening, 7-3 to all, KA9EES in 50. And thank you so much, sir, for picking up the net here on Wednesday night. 7-3 to all, N8XUY, back to net control.
Okay, Sam, very good. Glad you were there. And, yeah, it's great to know that Larry's doing okay. And I sure hope somebody gets over there soon to help him with that antenna. All right, let's, I know I've only got 4 more to go before I get to the end of the list. Let's go ahead and look around, see if anybody else would like to check in the Wolverine single sideband net. Give KA9EES a call.
Kilo 2, Mike Foxtrot Sierra.
Was that you, Bob, N8BCF? All right, you're number 30. We'll get to you here pretty quick. Anybody else?
Did you get Kilo 2, Mike Foxtrot Sierra?
Oh, K2MFS, okay, number 31. Anybody else? Is there somebody else? Must have been a static crash trying to check in. I've got Dan's call sign wrong down there in Salem. Are you listening? Over. Okay, I got it. K5, Mike. Okay, Dan, it's your turn, and I'll get that corrected. The call sign was K5MM is what I had in there. You don't live in Texas. Oh. All right, guys, good hearing from you. I can hear you better now than I could earlier. 7-3. Up next, we got Neil out in Bedford, New Hampshire. NB9D, and then stand by George, Highland, Indiana. ND9B, MB9D and the group, KA9EES.
Hey, KA9EES, here is November Bravo 9 Delta, Neil in Bedford, New Hampshire, on the N8SOB remote link. Wow. Well, today was a decent day, a little kind of rainy, gloomy, windy, a little chilly today, but we had a good day nonetheless. Got a lot accomplished and had a lot of fun along the way. Well, we got a ham fest coming up in a few weeks, so we're looking forward to that. We had checked in the other day, and unfortunately our eyelids started getting heavy, and so we didn't quite make it to hear our friend KB1 LTR. We heard him check in all the way from New Hampshire. I guess maybe he got a radio up and running, but unfortunately, yeah, we weren't able to hear him. But maybe perhaps we'll hear him out here again. That'd be really cool. And with that, well, again, thank you, Net Control. Thank you, Sean, N8SOB, and we will send it back to KA9EES. Thank you. This is November Bravo 9 Delta.
Okay. Neil, very good. Glad to hear from you, and thanks for taking the time to use the remote to check in with us. Always good hearing you, and you're always welcome. All right, up next we got AC9XN. That's George in Highland, Indiana, and then standby Ray down in Collierville, Tennessee. AC9XN in the group, K9EES. How's it going, George?
Okay there, K9EES. This is Alpha Charlie Niner X-Ray November. Good afternoon to you there, Ben. And all the Wolverines out there. I'm down here in Highland, Indiana, 5 miles south of Lake Michigan. And there's always down here. I just don't know what it is today. We did have a beautiful day today. It warmed up from about 37 or so up to about 78 degrees. Just dropped to about 77, 76, and we got heavy thunderstorms just over the state line coming our way from the south and the west. Pretty heavy stuff. Got up today, finished up the tax season pretty well, and was going to go into the office, start on Saturdays, and the car won't start. I thought, son of a gun. So, I got the old jumper box out, jumped the car, and got over to the office, left early, got another battery over there at the auto zone. I just bought it, it's only 6 months old. I put it in on November 11th. Sure didn't last long, but boy, it croaked out. That's a real hard job for me to do because the battery's in the fender well in the trunk on the passenger side. And it's really hard to lift that battery out of that hole, but I got it done in time to get on the net. So, yeah, you're sounding good, Ed. No problem hearing you. And Double I Don is coming in loud and clear. Sean is his normal 15, 20 over. And I could hear most everybody, although there are a lot of static passes. And my noise level is a S9. So thank you for getting me in tonight, Ed. And thank you for doing the net. Alpha Charlie 9 X-Ray November. Back to you, buddy. 73.
Highland, Indiana.
All right, George. Always good hearing from you. And one of these days, you're going to figure out what's going on. And here's my thought on batteries. I go to the shop that does work on my vehicles and say, you know, the battery probably gone bad. And they test it. They get me a battery, and they put it in. That way I'm not the one with the bloody hands from trying to get that thing out of the fender well or the passenger side on that truck. I'm telling you, that's killer trying to get that battery in and out of there. So I understand. Thanks for being there again, George. Have a great evening, and Jack for all them thunderstorms. Up next is Ray down at Collierville. That's KEJ4 Small Block Chevy. And standby Bob down in Norcross, Georgia. KJ4 SPC in the group, K9EES.
K9EES and right down in Collierville, 81 degrees. We got 20 over 6. Sounding good down here, Ed, as usual. So, the band starts to let you out get a little bit better. Anyway, getting us in here, and sounds good. So I got the list for the next net. Everyone has a great evening. Thanks for getting us in here. We're going to go back over to
Okay, Ray, always good to hear from you. I didn't get anything done today either. I sat around and babysat that puppy. But that was an enjoyable day, keeping track of her. Anyway, thanks again. Up next we got Bob down in Norcross, Georgia, and then Michael in Eatontown, New Jersey will be after him. BCF and the group, KA9EES.
Yeah, from November 8th, bro. I was trying to talk to about Northwest Georgia. Well, Ed, I've been a little scarce lately, just with things going on, and these conditions on the band, so get in here tonight. Just wanted to wave a hand on my buddies here on the Wolverine SSB Net. You know, started to come up down here. Situation I got with the vertical and the whole goddamn machine. Citizens of the earth this time of year are not my friends. Usually takes me a little bit longer to start hearing everybody. And I don't imagine it's going to be too many more weeks, and I probably will not even hear anybody until we get past June 21st. But good thing, get in here, wave a hand to everybody, and really enjoy it. So, with that, hope you warmed it up there. Starting to get right down here, so looking forward to a lot of Wednesdays. So, thank you everybody. Back to you. KIES and NHBCS.
Okay, Bob. I can tell you what I heard. I heard you at the beginning, heard your call sign, and I heard you at the end. I heard your call sign. I heard my call sign. So that was it. Everything in between was gone. I got so much static crashes. I'm so glad you were there, though. Always good hearing from you. All right, up next, last but certainly not least, we got K2MFS. That's Michael in Easttown, New Jersey. And then we'll take a look around before we close her out. K2MFS in the group, KA9EES.
Hey, good evening, Ed. Great to hear you out there tonight. We got in just a little while ago, so we like to make our rounds with the local groups there, and we just had to jump in and say hello on Ed's day there. Beautiful day on the shore. Sunshine, little breeze. My jobs were all on the beachfront, so whenever I took a break, I just went across the street, sat in the sand, watched the waves break on the beach there, and it was just great. I had no complaints. So we're sitting down here relaxing. Dinner bell should be ringing momentarily, and since we have to wait for the dinner bell, we figured we'd come in and jump in and say hello. And well, that's about it. Sean, your remote is working great. Wow, what a receive on it. I heard Bob on it, so Bob, good to hear you. And Ed, that's about it for us. K2MFS, back to you.
Over.
Okay, well, I didn't hear a peep out of him. I'm glad everybody else did. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for being there. All right, that brings me to the end of the list. Let's take a look around and see if anybody else would like to check in before we close her out. Call KA9EES.
KC9, KRX, returning.
Okay, Brad, I got you. Recheck. Who else? Can I get a relay on that?
So you got Brad, right?
Who?
Brad, KC9KRX.
Oh, there was somebody else out there. Whiskey Alpha 8 Lima Tango.
Whiskey Alpha 8 Lima Tango.
Oh, WA8LT. Okay. I got you. Anybody else?
And 9QPJ.
Was that Donnie?
And 9QPJ.
Oh, N9QPJ. Okay, got you. Some fat fingers. Who else? All right, Brad, KC9KRX, take her away.
All right, KA9EES, KC9KRX. Good evening, Ed. Thanks for doing it here this evening. Good evening to all that's here on the net. Last I checked, 77 degrees. I guess we might have a little rain coming later on, possibly. Other than that, we're doing okay. Hope everybody else is enjoying the nice weather today while we got it there. What's left of it before the rain comes in tonight, and I think some tonight and tomorrow for sure, and Friday and through the weekend, I guess. Everybody have a good evening. Just want to come in and wave a hand and say hello. 73 to all, KC9KRX.
Okay, Brad. Always good hearing from you. We wave the hand back. Okay, let's drop down to number 32. That's Whiskey Alpha 8 Lima Tango, Walter in Okemos, Michigan. And then stand by Andy in Daggett, Michigan. W88LT, KA9EES, and the group. W88LT, I'm at Okemos down here in the Phoenix Business Place. That spot area, no traffic anyway, but beautiful day today than it was yesterday. And but it's still winter. It's about 35 degrees here. There's nothing else. And that's it. Back to you.
Over.
Okay, thanks, Walt. Appreciate it. Like the way you did your call sign there, really good. I got a little bit of that, but not a whole lot. Thanks again. All right, up next we got M9QPJ. Andreas, he's in Daggett, Michigan. And we'll take another look around. November 8, QPJ, KA9EES, November 9, QPJ.
All right, Ed. KA9EES. Good evening to you there and everyone that may still be listening on the wonderful Wolverine Net. The Andy N9QPJ, Daggett, Michigan, where we got a little snow earlier. It was, I don't understand this crazy weather. But other than that, bands have been real terrible. There's just a lot of static crashes, and everyone just seems like a million miles away. So hopefully you're hearing me there, Ed. Well, anyway, thank you for having me aboard, and we'll turn it back over to you, Ed. N9QPJ, Daggett, Michigan.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, you're louder than some others. I didn't have any trouble copying you at all. Thanks a bunch for being there. Anyway, that brings me to the end of the list. Anybody else want to check into the Wolverine single sideband net before I close her out? Give KA9EES a call. All right, well, I'm going to call it a night. I want to thank everybody that checked in, those that I could hear and those that I couldn't. It's been a wonderful evening, kind of short, but hey, that's the way it is sometimes. It's 79.5 degrees and 50 in Illinois. Well, with that, I'm going to turn this frequency back to Abby normal use. KA9EES.
Did you say it's 79 degrees outside?
Yeah.
Wow, it's 39 here.
Yeah, we've had, it's really windy. See, you're behind the front, and I'm in front of it, and that's why it's so windy here.
Yeah, you're blowing it this way. Sounds good to me. Have a good night there with the new puppy dog there, Ed. Good night.
Thanks a bunch, Sean. I appreciate the help, too.
Hey, Sean, you still there?
Yes, sir.
N9QPJ, sounding good.
Yeah, you as well. I was about to say, Andy, you can keep all that snow.
Yeah, I don't know. I was working on my antenna this morning because I kind of played from work. My hip was bothering me because I stand in one position all day long, so that really aggravates it. So if I move around, it feels a lot better. So I figured, well, I get my antenna done. So what I did was added 100 foot of ladder line, 2,060 foot. That was hooked to the 4-to-1 alum, and I just got it straight into my tuner, so hopefully it's working okay. So I'm still not really happy with it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I would say it's working good. Got a real good copy on you, Q5. It sounds good, so sounds like, yeah, you got some things done and not letting gravity beat you up. I think that's what it is. Standing in one spot, your joints get stuck, and then this gravity just sits there and beats you down. And don't forget to close the net, Ed.
Yeah, I'll just wait for them to tell me they have the file.
Oh, yeah. You got the file, Taz?
KA9EESKTS, we have the file.
All right, very good. Thanks a bunch. I'll close her out.
Well, good deal there, Andy. Well, hey, you have a good night, and that's, I guess, all that snow you get, that's what you get for being a Youper.
Yeah. I guess I was the tail gunner, huh?
Yeah, you tied the ribbon on it, buddy.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I got my little logbook started to send in. I don't know. I got about 20 check-ins already, but they're mostly in March and April. So I know you got to do, 3 months worth or something like that. Okay, Sean. Nice talking to you. Have a good one. And QPJ.
All righty, sounds good, buddy. Good to get you aboard and get you a number, that's for sure. Love hearing people work on their membership. Have a good night, Andy. Sounding good, buddy. And 8SOB.
Need some help there?
And what was that, 350 watt solid state amplifier, and I didn't need but 70 watts, so it was easily to do. Hello, Steve, and welcome to the group from Cool 400.
What kind of amp was Jim running again?
An Alpha, no?
An Alpha?